Hello there, you beautiful dreamers. Welcome back to Let's Play Yume episode 159. We are going to jump straight in this time. We don't have a new version of the game. We're playing with the same version of the game as we had last time. What a change, eh? What an absolute surprise. I was extremely surprised. Were you surprised? I hope you were surprised. Happy birthday. That's all I got you. All I got you was not a new version of Yume. We're starting here. This may ruffle some feathers, the fact that I'm doing this, but I've done this trip a few times, so I'll explain along the way. I'll explain along our journey what and why is going through my crazy little brain. There was almost like a little song there. What is going through my crazy little brain? Yeah, I know we've been through this, but I've now tried to record this quite a few times, and it's been pretty disastrous. To the point that I'm almost getting a bit sick of doing this route through the game, but that's okay. If that's where the content is, then that's where we gotta go, right? When nature calls. That's why we're in this particular part of the world, because it's natural. Isn't it nice? Nice and kind of liney art. Not really looking all that natural, to be honest. Unnatural. Supernatural, perhaps? There's some stairs up there. Maybe one day we'll be able to go and explore those. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So let's just do all of this stuff. So we do have some interesting things to look at, because it turns out that the last time we were actually in this area, not this area, one of the areas we passed through a couple of episodes ago, there were some gimmicks there. We kind of missed them. And I do like a good gimmick. Cheeky wee gimmick. Never say no to a cheeky wee gimmick. Good. Mazes. So you might be able to tell. I'm almost reluctant to say it because that's almost inviting disaster, but you can probably tell by now that I have this route down to almost a fine art, which is a good skill to have. I'm sure that will come in handy later in life. Well, need to come in pretty soon, let's be honest. What are your qualifications? Well, I know how to run around an area with lots of surprised-looking fellas, exclaiming fellas. I could do it blindfolded, in fact. Maybe earfolded. Is earfolded a thing? I'm gonna have to listen to the ding 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 ding. Oh, I'm being a bit better. It's okay. It's because I had a bad time with this recording, and we're hoping, perhaps naively, that this time things are going to work a little bit better. Naive though that it is. Yeah. Bear with me a moment. You may be unable to see what's going on, but I can too. I can see what's going on because I can see the future. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The more times I've passed through this area, the more this sort of little beat of music is kind of grown on me. Kind of like it. Don't know why. Doesn't offend me. So, we go in here. I don't know what it is about all this. I mean, you pass through plenty of worlds, but we've done some long old, like, deep dreaming dives in our time. Something about this one just makes it feel all the much longer. I don't know what that is. There's just some quality of it that just makes it seem to... I don't know. I was lucky, I think. You can keep going through those for quite some time before eventually you get teleported. It's not like when we did it before and you can just keep going in and out the same one. But that's okay. That's okay. Minor trivia. A slight distraction on our journey. Get out of the way, everybody. I'm a man on a mission. Here we go. Good. Good. Bunch of slishing and sloshing. Okay. And then we're here. Right, I always mess this bit up. I think we need to go down and then right. It's not a particularly big area, but somehow I still managed to get sufficiently lost in it. That's an analogy for alcohol if ever I did hear one. Speaking of alcohol, that sounds like a great idea. Right, okay, that's good. That's the point of reference I needed. So if we now go up here and then around. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too mammoth an adventure. But there's a few things that I want to try and check out. As I said, we missed them on our initial passes through some of these areas. We will have to see how we get on, otherwise we might have to split this up. Here he is. Now this area has been doing my head in, to be honest. There are things in here that we didn't see. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to spend ages exploring to find all of them, because not all of them are necessarily that interesting. There is at least one thing, which is right here. That's lucky. Which we didn't find. It's dark in here. Can we use this? Certainly can. It's like we're playing the Dwarf Fortress. It's got that music from the red area, the red room. Who's that guy? Who's that in there? What are you doing in there? He's playing with his bag, his shopping cart full of maggots. Maggots! It's the soldier from Team Fortress. I'm surprised you didn't see the likeness. The music doesn't look very well. I'm sorry, could you say that again? Yeah, alright. Be quite nice if it looked a wee bit better. I mean, it looks nice. Doesn't it look nice? Wouldn't you just want to live here? It's kind of like being in lockdown, which I have occasionally been referring to as cave adaptation, since I'm sure, like many of you, it involves spending an inordinate amount of time indoors. Although, who knows? Maybe you already spent an inordinate amount of time indoors. Well, I suppose everybody does in a way, but more than normal. But this cheeky guy, what are you doing up there? There's a blue thing over there. Maybe we'll see if we can reach ye old bluey thing. These guys are slacking. Look at that guy. He's up there. He's just running around like a mad idiot. Unacceptable. There's work to be done here. There's holes to be holed. Blue slimy. Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you, blue slimy. I hear you there, moly man. What do you want? I know what you want. The encroaching darkness really made that quite a dark moment, I guess is how you would explain it. Okay, good. So we played with some moles, murdered them. I don't really think there's much else to do here. So now that we've cut some of the slackers from your workforce, we will just be seeing ourselves out. Thanks very much, guys. Keep up the good work. Make sure and report anyone who's fallen behind to your line manager, and they will feel the wrath of the angry Urutsuki. Angry Suki looks funny when she's holding a lantern and climbing down a ladder. That's quite a tricky thing to do. Is she actually holding it? How would you go up a ladder with a lantern in your hand? I assume she must be like whipping it onto a belt buckle or something, surely. Urutsuki's utility belt has a slot specifically for attaching a lantern. Oh, good. Good. Right, okay. I've ran around in this area for what felt like hours. Not even kidding, what felt like absolutely hours. There's only one point of reference I know that if we come across, I know we're on the right path. So we just need to kind of cross our fingers that we just happen across that. That should be possible, right? And the strategy to that is head north. Head north until the gimmick reveals itself in all of its beautiful form. I think that's the right plan. I mean, how could it not be? What possible failings could there be in a plan of that nature? Well, okay, let's be honest. There could be quite a few. Hopefully everyone else as well. Yeah, there's the start of the area. That's not really what I was looking for. Hopefully everyone else as well. It's Saturday evening here where we're recording this. And, this is what we want. This is our point on the map that we wanted to get to. Right, good. Good. That's fantastic. Probably gonna, if I can be bothered, I might do a little bit of streaming following the recording of this video. That might not mean a lot to you, depending on when I actually upload the video, but actions speak louder than words. Right. This can be involve a little bit of backwards and forwards, just trying to get to the right friggin' thing. We'll make it work. You just gotta make the best of it. You gotta play the hand you're given and all that. No, that's not the one that I want. That's a load of bollocks up there, mate. I want nothing to do with that. Right, so if we go right a bit, I think that door's what we want. Maybe it isn't. Okay, right. Good. In. Oh, yeah. I was forgetting about that. Sorry if you were just slowly drifting off to sleep. Good morning. Welcome back to Let's Play Yume. Sorry you missed the rest of the video. You did miss me covering some areas we have already been to, so lucky you. Still episode 159. I was forgetting that ridiculous volume explosion was gonna erupt. I hope the Tuki developers realize that. They realize the error of their ways. If not, I'm gonna make them learn. I'm gonna phone them up at home and I'm gonna shout at them. No, I'm not. I'm gonna play this music down the phone at them. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a van, attach a loudspeaker to the top of it, and then blast it outside of their fucking houses. Did you know you can go behind this? We're just gonna gingerly turn up a wee bit. Okay, good. I hope I don't forget when I'm coming back in here. So you have this little slime area with these slimy fingers. Do you like a slimy finger? Slimy fingers. We've got all kinds of things. We've got little green fellers. Slimy boys. Slimy fingers. The slime moves at different... The slime sounds different depending on how deep in the slime you are. You want to die, don't you? You do, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I can confirm that other than basking in the slime, descending into your slime pit that you've always dreamed of, there isn't really a huge amount of reason to come here. But it's fun, isn't it? Bit slime, bit slime, Bit of Nickelodeon. Bit of Nickelodeon humour. Right. Preemptively turn it the fuck down. All the way down. Okay. Right. God, it's so loud. What were they thinking? Honestly. What were they thinking? It'll wake these dozy 2K players up. If I can blast them a bit of these beats. It's upsetting. Upsetting, 2K. You should know better. All of your music and audio should be well mastered, balanced. Shouldn't be too exciting. So we just turn it up again. So this world, remember we came here? And we were like, oh, you can't get anywhere because it's a dead end. Well, there isn't really a clue to this of any kind. Other than that you can hear that Urtsuki is sort of dribbling, you know, dribbling a bit. She's going... And you can see bubbles coming out. Well, I say that. You can see bubbles coming out when you are over a specific cell. You can't really see that on the white, because why would you? You can't kind of see it. So it turns out this is a little bit of a clue of what you're supposed to do. You think this is good. You haven't fucking seen anything yet. This is brilliant, right? So you can use the penguin effect to move around on the water. Or whatever the mechanic is here. I mean, it doesn't really make a huge amount of sense to me. Now, we had a little discussion on the stream the other day, and we were talking about looping worlds versus non-looping worlds. This is an example of a non-looping world that, I mean, when they say it doesn't loop, it fucking doesn't loop. Talking like Discworld, just the end of the world immediately at the sides, even though there's clouds behind it, which makes about as much sense as anything. It makes about as much sense as the fact that we're swimming on the clouds, because that's logical, isn't it? Of course, you can do that. I like these cats with the added railgun attachment and a little life ring around their neck to make sure they don't drown in the sky clouds. Probably a valid concern. If you own a sky cat, see this guy here? We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that momentarily. Is there anything else of note around here? I don't know why I'm following the white stuff. Just habit. I do like a cool glass of milk. Tell you what, I've actually taken a bit of a liking to recently. Not to sound like fucking hipster dickhead. There's like an oat milk brand in the UK, not like Alpro or whatever it is. It's like oat. Is it Oatly? I don't know. It's not very cheap. I don't really like it in hot drinks, but see, drinking it neat, just like a glass of this oat milk. Oh, it's like the fucking nicest thing. It's the bee's knees. But it's so much more expensive than normal milk so the value in my head is like, yeah, fuck that. Give me some of that cow udder secretions, please. I don't want these oats. This area's got some interesting sound effects in it. It's like somebody's falling down the stairs in slow motion. You, my friend, you're gonna slow down. I'll tell you what we should try, actually. Okay. What we should try doing is upsetting the viewer at home even more than they already were by using the crossing effect. Enough. Good. Away they go. So majestic. Okay. It's nice, isn't it? I tell you what, I've had enough of your running bullshit. So dead you are. Let's go down this. You can almost miss this little ladder, but there is a ladder here, I guarantee it. And you got this funky little basement area. Door? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So it takes you into this little room here. There's a very Yume Nikki E-Man room style painting. Looks like somebody getting their crotch grabbed. How beautiful. The sound of someone ripping some tape off, but only in your right ear. Why only in your right ear? I recommend that you direct questions like that at the Project Yume 2K development team, because I don't fucking know. You want ripped? I'll show you ripped. There you go. Why is there a little rug which seems to have a strange pattern on it? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. If you have any questions, I recommend you direct them to the Yume 2K development team. Who's this? Oh. That's who that is. That is Dead. We only call them Dead. They have no other name. They are just Dead. If they have a chance to be anything other than Dead, we quickly remind them that their role in this great piece of art that we call life is dead. Looks like these wiggling stickers. Wiggling stickers. When you talk to them, they go like this. I mean, they look like sentient hat stands more than anything else, really. They look funny when they move down. It's like they're having a bit of a swagger. Yeah, there he goes. He's like, do, a bit like Toe Jam and Earl. We can destroy these as well, if we were so inclined. But, you know, we're a bit like Thanos. We're just removing a part of the population and then quickly making our departure. We're not sticking around. We're just like, okay, we did the thing for you. Hope you're happy. Enjoy your newfound health and wealth. That's what Urotsuki's like. Ah! Explosion! There was an explosion. That happened. Oh good, that's lucky. Let's go in here. This fucking area, man. This fucking area. I've been through here quite a bit as well. In fact, this is about where my last attempt to record this. Eventually, I just threw in the towel. I was like, "Fuck it, fuck it." But thankfully, this time we're making a bit of a better effort of it. And why is that? Because I have had to redo this more times than I would care to talk about. Remember this area, don't you? These cocoa nutters. Who doesn't like a nutter? So we want to go up here to the right. And then we want to go up here. Okay. Up this little passage. Up the passage. And then we got this thing. Doesn't do anything. Just looks a bit sort of ominous, doesn't it? Kind of unsettling looking. Maybe we could attack it. Yeah, you can. It doesn't do anything though. It's not for dying. Well, let's howl in front of it. Show our defiance. There you go, Uro. You fucking tell him. Don't you take any shit from any eye monsters. Uro doesn't like the one-eyed monster. Well, this actually has many eyes on it. It's a many-eyed monster. Fathom that for a second, dreamers. See what that brings to mind in your head. I can be a monster as well. Well, yeah. Did the shit really. Maybe we should cry in front of it, Uro. It's been a while since we've cried in front of something. You want to do that? There you go. Nah. Funnily enough, that was not the solution. Right. Okay, well, I mean, that's very interesting, isn't it? This big fucking cross between... I don't fucking know what it is. It's like it could be in bloody real monsters. Well, okay, but where does that leave us? Well, there's something funny about this road, right? Something funny about this road. It's so subtle, right? It's so subtle that I genuinely do not know how you would figure this out naturally. How you would just come across this, right? How you would just come across this, right? Nothing seems unusual about this, right? Okay, you go up here, it's a dead end, right? So you fuck off. Right. Okay. Watch this. Right, watch this. If we get the old penguin effect out again, first time in a while, in however many minutes, and then we do this, right? You notice that we stopped there, right? We can move to the left and the right, and it triggers the transition to the next map. But we stop there. So what does that mean exactly? What does that indicate to you, Dreamer? What do you think of that? Well, this is so bizarre. Like it's such a strange thing in this game. Right. So use the glasses effect, thinking you might be able to see something. Don't see anything, right? However, much like I think in the museum area, if you use the glasses effect, there are some fucking ghost snakes sitting there, sticking their tongues out. Their forked tongues. Their forking tongues. Now, as very interesting as that is, you might be wondering, okay, well, what is that then? Because I can't get to them, right? So it's like, it's unbelievable, right? So you see the snakes. What you gotta do, I better do this properly actually, because I can sit here all day fucking around with this. Slide up to it, so you don't trigger the map transition. Pull out the chainsaw, right? Use the chainsaw. Kill the snake. Now there's a hole. A hole perfectly arrow-shaped, which allows us to travel between the snakes. I nearly walked backwards, so I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. That takes you to a different area. I mean, I gotta give full marks for creativity, but it's another one of these things. It's like, are people gonna naturally come across that? Maybe? I don't know. Think about how deep you are into the dream world as well, that you would just if you imagine, right, if there was no guides, there was no YouTube, you weren't listening to me about these things, you weren't reading up on the wiki or something like that, how would you find that out? You would have just had to have happened to have been pissing about with the glasses or the penguin or whatever to even have known that that was the case. And it even requires a bit of massaging to even get it to do the right thing. So do I have an issue with it? Well, not necessarily. It just seems odd. That doesn't look correctly. That's a shot. If you're drinking alone at home, that's a shot, my boys and girls. Let's drink this. Okay. That's very interesting, isn't it? Perhaps we will need to play around with that. I guess we lost some money when we did that. Yeah, we did. So we're not gonna... I'm not into wishing wells. I'm not into gambling. Uro's into gambling. She can't... As soon as she gets to the whiff of a casino nearby, that's it. She's like, we're fucking going there. Sod your tourist traps. I'm hitting the fucking blackjack table. I wonder if anyone ever played... This is such a strange thing to have just came to mind there. There was a James Bond game on the Game Boy. I remember being stuck at this bit in the game for ages. And it was like there was a casino and you had to go in and play games. It was based around a particular Bond film. I forget which one. One I obviously didn't bond with. Ho ho! Ho ho! That's a joke. That's a joke right there. What a funny joke. What a funny joke. Aren't you glad you stuck around for these funny jokes? Funny jokes. Funnyjokes.com. Doesn't really seem like there's much happening in this rather quiet town. Lots of places that are They've been inflicted by the Tuki developers, i.e. they've been coned up. Somebody's boarded them up with cones. This is what your local town centre looks like right now, dreamers. Can you believe that? Well, it probably doesn't. Depends on when you watch this. Maybe if you watch this in 2021 and 2/3 of the human population have been wiped out, then yes indeed, your local town centre may well look like this. If so, please leave a comment on the video, and hopefully I'll be part of the third of the population which is still remaining, and I'll leave a heart on the comment. And of course, if you are, you need to make sure and get the other remnants of the 1/3 of the population to share, like, and subscribe to the video, because YouTube will be very important when everyone is dead. So, as if all of this wasn't good enough, right? Right. So this is, like, it could be space, it could be water, it could be anything, right? I'm just gonna try this just because, why the fuck not? No. I mean, it could be space or it could be water. It's unclear, right? But there's these little dots, right? Ever so close to Urotsuki's wee feet. Well, wheels. That music's quite loud, actually. We'll just turn that down a smidge. Just a wee drop. A wee nip of quietness there. And takes into this rather noisy area, which has these fun creatures that go diddling. What do they do though? Well, I mean, they do the usual thing. I mean, they die. But what we can do, of course, is we can frighten them, perhaps. Are you frightened? It's hard to say. We'll leave it go. We'll leave it be. It doesn't look that offensive. Life's already hard enough when you've got a head that's bigger than your entire body, and all of your feet also have to be located on your body as well. On your head, I should say. And you have to move around with your stubbly little torso. Yeah, life's hard. Maybe you want to play with this? Okay. Thought it made a different sound there. Oh! That's an eye-opener. The only thing in the entire fucking world that... Oh, look at this! The Loch Ness Monster. He's having a good time up there. Finally, in Urotsuki's dreams, I don't need to hide. I can be proud and free and blue. Oh, that noise is irritating, isn't it? Do you do the same thing? Let's play with this. Yeah. Cheery boy. My life was improved immensely when I saw Uro dressed as a Coke can. I was like, I'm gonna sip that in a minute. And then... That's a bit creepy, so now you're gonna die. I realised it wasn't that guy that was giving Uro the eye. The Coke can eye. But, you know, they're all the same. Strange creatures. They're all the same. They all deserve to die. And that's about it. Wow, we've managed to fill up nearly 35 minutes of dicking around here in this place. So that's probably a good place as any to wake up our wee Uro from her slumber and bring her back to the waking world. And relax, okay. Now what you need to do is write all that down in your diary, Uro. Good luck with that. This has been episode 159, hopefully, of Let's Play Yume Tuki. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully I will see you on the next one.